Back to this. Hey there. We are live from Rockingham County Courthouse, North Carolina, and quite a bit of people. Blind Justice, Mike Nelson from the Blind Justice channel is showing up to his court hearing, and we're trying to have a not secret court. So even if no one can record when we go in, we'd like witnesses, and so we're waiting on the word here. See if they're going to do a secret court or open to the public, pursuing the law.
Article 1, Section 18 of the North Carolina Constitution.
I had a nice motorcycle trip. Fucking beautiful moon out. I don't know if you can see it. All right, here. We got a phone number to call in. To the Chief Justice here. This is, I might have it reversed. So this is 919-831-5716. Again, that's 919-831-5716 to the Chief Justice Beasley. You can call in while we're live, help us get a nice open court here, or justice if we can find any. And might read that again in a minute. Anybody else need to read this? No? All right. I'll just hold on to this.
What you discover? They're pulling up the auditor right here. Okay, like that's okay. They have what's called American Sign, found in Chicago Manual Style 11-7. Okay, based on ASL is like what we see when we're driving down the road, the way that it's constructed. But due to the fact that they constructed in a fraudulent manner, because it's based off the grammatical rules of Latin, but they do not use the hyphen as joinder. So therefore, what happens when they use the all capital letters, known to dare, word mark, or whatnot, it absolutely says nothing. So it removes liability from these people. That's exactly and then it is based upon your own tacit consent that you comply. Okay? Yep. So I do not comply. So it says that but you can't just say that. They've bound you in contract law. That's right. Okay? This is an old Babylonian system, man. This has been going on for thousands of years. This is valid.
You notice your driver's license or any of your identity, your social security card all has capitalized letters.
Yeah, but they can't. It's like capital. Here, I'm going to explain.
That's a signed contract.
Yeah, I'm going to explain it based off this gentleman's shirt right here. Okay? The way that this is written, you see multiple languages here. It looks like English to the common man, but it's called dog Latin. Okay, so Levi Strauss and Company. That's the signage. And then it reverts down to almost like, let's see here, original quality clothing. Okay, and patented making. I got to find someone better because you got to have multiple uses in here. How about this one? Say. No, because you're utilizing the all capital letters. When they mix up between the all capital letters language and then they go to proper English, or then they even put their signature upon a form, even though it looks like English to us, the untrained masses. What happens is there's no one-to-one correspondence. There cannot be, because the grammatical rules say that there cannot be, because they're using a foreign language. We've all been deceived, okay? So what happens is you use all capital letters, then it goes to proper English. It can't say anything. So just like our governor's order, proper English, he's used American Sign Language, and then he's used cursive writing. Those are three languages. There can't be any correspondence between them. Sorry, I've been looking at this stuff for so long, man.
So what's the correlation to what's going on here?
The correlation is we want to see that his judge's oath of office is even constructed correctly and that he has jurisdiction to hear the case. When's the last time you had some watermelon?
Why?
I don't know. We have some at the house if you want.
Sounds fucking
Nora
good.
had a hankering for watermelon.
Yeah,
Notice all
you
your
know,
identification
I'm
is in
down.
capital letters.
Yeah.
Your social security card, your driver's license is all in capital letters.
I was taught like this. A birth certificate, okay, the canal. The woman's canal.
Yeah.
Okay, and the ship comes into the canal.
We are all in
And
maritime
the name
law.
of the ship,
Yeah.
where
The
the ship
two-
come from, what's on that ship is the same thing as our birth certificate, social security number and everything.
It's a birth, a
It's
live
still
birth.
going.
That's why they call it a birth.
There's two
Discussion
cases.
on
There's
contract
the
law
Genesee
here.
Propeller Chief, which brought the Genesee Propeller Chief versus I think it's been sealed. I'm not exactly sure. I forget now. But what it is basically there was a wreck on the Mississippi River, and it was two barges that had collided. And due to the fact that they were beyond the ebb and flow of the tide, they didn't know who had jurisdiction, which state had jurisdiction. So what they said is based on the fact that these navigable waters are being utilized for commerce, then federal law can come in and supersede based on the Commerce Clause. But they also said that they were afraid because they're going to be waking up a sleeping giant. Okay, and you have to fast forward to I think it's like 1942. It was Wickard versus Filburn or something like that, and it had to do with there being a stipulation about the Commerce Clause, where a farmer, because prior to 1933, the collapse of the gold standard, most people were self-sufficient. They had, homesteaders. People didn't go to the grocery store. So they needed to do away with homesteaders so that they can incorporate everything and get more of a controlling mechanism going on. So what they did was they ended up a farmer who had 40 acres said, well, I'm going to grow 20 acres for sale in commerce, and I'm going to keep 20 acres for myself. I'll make bread, whatever they wanted to do with the 20 acres that they grew for themselves. Well, they said, well, no, based on the Commerce Clause, due to the fact that you had planted 20 acres for sale and then 20 acres for self, you've taken yourself out of the equation of commerce. So therefore, you haven't affected commerce as a whole. And so that's how Admiralty Maritime was brought from water onto land. And now all roadways are navigable waters of commerce. And based on registration and everything, on your own hand signature, you all agree to it. Carry around your fiction in your
I was
pocket.
told if you tell the judge that he don't have jurisdiction because of the maritime flag, he had to shut down the court.
I mean, it goes into that, but it even goes beyond that, man. I mean, shut it down even before it gets to that. I'm still working, man. I wrote a letter. I wrote a paper back at the time of the 2A rally in Virginia. I went to it on the 19th. I came back on the 20th. I saw the 23 to 25,000 men that were there, saying that they would stand with the Virginian people. And then the 21st of January, what happened? First case of COVID-19.
Yeah,
So think about that.
yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? What happened was
There's
that
a few
the
other
unity
things
of the
happening around the
people
country
came
like that.
together, whether it was Antifa or whatever opposing group of the alleged patriots or whatever, they wanted a clash. They need to construct a conflict to divide the people.
That's what the last few years have been.
Yeah,
I mean, even they
you-
try to
you know,
cut
with-
the
without
legs
any-
under the
without
Black
any-
Lives
without
Matter
any
movement.
unified-
Oh, lawyers here. All right, we're about to see what happens here. Mike trying to gain access to the court.
You can't even have a deep reader.
So no one can come in with cell phones, electronic devices.
I usually say there's technology to be an equal functioning member of society.
Yeah, we'll leave our stuff, obviously.
I said I use my devices. It's technology, so I need them in daily life to be a functioning member of society.
Right. Right, but you get whatever the judge approves you to bring in.
Whatever the judge is saying is contrary to the Constitution and the
I'm
American
just
Disabilities
asking,
Act.
did you get yes or no question?
I'm telling you, I want equal access to court. So
Well,
either you're gonna let me in or you're not gonna let me in.
Well, what I'm saying is, we can assist you with what you need. I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to him.
Okay, right, but I'm not required to accept whatever you're offering.
Okay, but if you
According
refuse
to
to go
federal-
in,
according to
if you
federal
refuse to
law.
go in without your devices, then that's
No,
on you.
I want to go in. I want people access. If you're saying I cannot go in,
Attorney, that's why he's here. What is
no.
it?
it's-
He needs his devices. Right there.
No, he's here to help me with criminal matters.
else to say.
Okay, so are you gonna allow me access to court?
They're clearly not gonna let you.
All right, so you're not gonna allow me access to court right now. I have a court date. I'm here to act in good faith to do the business of the court.
We're
Can I get
gonna
your
allow
name?
you in without your devices.
So if he had a prosthetic leg, would he have to leave it out here?
Hold on, guys. What's your name?
You ask,
You.
I'm Sergeant Doom.
You? Okay.
Doom.
And the other-
DOOM.
Doom. All right.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go into court.
Okay.
9:05. See what's going on.
All right. Cool. I'm still trying to get access.
Sir, at this point, they can talk.
This is how much they allow treat,
All right.
Fair enough.
So you're physically not letting me in. All right, so we got Doom. What's the other name?
If he goes in there with his devices.
Gibb. Okay. Gibb. Gibb. Doom. For the other thing.
Gotta get a better angle over here. Yeah, Google. I'm here.
So we have Doom. Doom, Gibbs, Long, and who else?
He's talking to you. Yeah, he's using number.
More.
He's
lying.
Yeah.
I'm talking to you.
All right. so
He's
you're
the one
not
that
gonna-
asked.
He's the one that's asking us. Dumbass.
All right. So you guys are clear
I'm allowed
that
to
you
do
are
that.
trampling on the Constitution and disability
A little
rights.
rude,
Meaning
but-
your qualified immunity is gone. This judge is not going to protect you. He's going to
That's how
throw.
you want to construe it. then
He's
yes.
going to throw you under
It's
the
not
bus.
construing.
Like,
It's
you guys
law.
you are violating the Constitution, both the state and federal, and the state and federal law. So I'm here to do the business of the court, and you are preventing me access.
Against the Constitution of Carolina.
All right. We're not gonna block this door. That's what we're not gonna do.
All right, you want us over on the left, the right? What do you
Back
want?
out that way if you're not.
Oh, just make a hole, man. Just step to the
Move.
side.
I'm gonna stand right here,
We're not gonna.
not blocking the door.
I'm not blocking the door.
All right.
Well, here we go.
Not blocking the door.
All right.
Yeah, man, thanks, guys.
You get up here.
Appreciate it.
He's trying to get in the board.
He knows the procedure.
Yeah, he does.
Well,
Y'all don't.
There's no law.
The ADA is not for y'all to pick and choose what he can use. It's for him to be self-sufficient, not for y'all ask for help y'all.
Was that the
That's
actual?
how it's worded.
I think he was like
Accommodate.
the
That means y'all will accommodate.
captain bailiff here or something.
We got a lot of.
Yeah.
They doing this.
Hey.
They don't know the law.
Well, this is just sheriffs and stuff out, sergeants and stuff out here. I like to have the actual sheriffs out here. And you put them in their place.
Or ask them some nice questions.
Where's the law is for that section?
He was saying, yeah, he'd like to talk to them to put them in their place. I was like, or just ask them some nice questions.
We're supposed to look it up.
They're not enforcing a law. They're enforcing the whim of a criminal that's wearing a judge's robe.
Yes.
Yes.
It's already been charged for,
That's how a lot of the system unfortunately
letting
works.
somebody go with a bribe.
They are pro-criminal conspirators to deprive constitutional rights.
Yeah.
We
And
have
forget they work
Gibbs,
for we the people.
Long, say more.
Yeah,
And
the
then,
We have more power
Well,
than y'all do.
you're used to the order follower situation in prior service. What do you have anything to speak on?
Yeah, I mean,
relating that?
I used to be an order follower. I did horrible things because I followed orders in the military. I tortured people. I terrorized people. I killed people. Like them preventing me access to the courts isn't to that level. But are they going to use violence? You know, if the judge says, okay, throw him to the ground, put him in handcuffs, kidnap him, they probably will.
Yep. That's what they're there for.
Yeah.
Because
For
they're not
violating
using their
the
moral
ADA, we're
conscience.
putting you on blast.
They're not thinking as a human being. They're thinking as an order follower. Like, well, if I don't follow orders, I'll lose my job.
Well,
And
you're
so they're
gonna
not
lose more
actually
of your
using their moral
job, not
conscience.
following.
They're not
not
actually
doing
following
it.
their
You're
oath.
gonna lose not only your
You're gonna lose your
job,
immunity.
That's what
Immunity.
happens sometimes,
You will
unfortunately.
lose your immunity.
Y'all all
I'll
looking
walk
about
away.
$30,000 a piece.
We're not blocking anyway, right?
No, we're not.
Good.
Only people blocking is the tyrants in front of us.
Blue ISIS.
So the
Wow. This judge is also doing evictions during the time of
During the
crisis?
time of crisis, yeah.
Wow, that's pathetic.
the so the criminal quote unquote judge is Chris Freeman, and there's a motion to accuse.
He's not blocking the door.
He's not even in front of the door.
Right in front of a pillar.
Guy, you're on camera.
He is not
There's-
blocking the door. There's a
No,
walkway
he
right
said
through
he
it.
was blocking.
There's
the
a
door.
motion
Officer,
for
shut
this
up.
judge to recuse on his desk, and he has yet to move on it, yet to rule on it. And so before he can do anything else, whether he wants to order me, kidnapped again, he procedurally is supposed to handle the recusal that's before him, and we'll find out if he's actually going to do that or if he's going to again not follow his own rules.
I hope that asshole judge ain't kin to me because my last name is Freeman.
Nice coincidence.
We've been here since 16 something.
Gonna start asking around the family.
Well, Colonel Burgess Freeman
Mhm.
is is the first one that came over. My
Mhm.
great grandmother is Colonel Burgess. The Burgess house in Virginia,
Mhm.
that was my grandfather. And the Freeman circle belonged to my grandfather.
Well,
Yeah.
I guess we'll find out. Ask your family. Anyone
I
related to
know
Chris? But Chris Freeman is the judge on this case, who's issued this order for Mike to not be able to use his assistive devices.
You doing live?
We'll end up, Breathe Free account. I'm talking to you guys right here. We'll link some documents of what's been going on, but it's been an interesting situation.
Fought for you to stay over here.
Yeah. He lost his eyesight for you. And just how you treat him. What you're doing.
You know what you're asking him to do is kind of like asking a person with a prosthetic leg to leave it out here. Same thing.
They're just puppets.
Well, that's what Nazis did.
They don't have a conscience.
Yeah,
You can
They
try
seared
to-
it
at least
long time
they're not
ago.
killing Jews yet, guys. It's
That is what's like. What's sad is this young buck over here. He just walked into a lawsuit and doesn't realize it.
Yep.
You're accountable too for not stepping in and letting these bad cops know that they're breaking the law.
Today's
You're not
laws-
immune from the federal law, guys. You haven't been
There's
watching
laws
the
for
news.
y'all's asses too.
Yeah, that's what the ADA is for, to put y'all in check or disable people.
Okay. Somebody.
Yeah,
Does anybody have no
got
LED's
really,
number?
really messed up.
Hey guys,
What's
does
that?
anybody have no LED's number?
No.
No.
No. You
It's got a
Yeah.
bus, but they can't do it.
tell her it's
You know, it's a local ordinance. Well, you still got to put it out.
So if you're not exactly tracking what's going on here, we had a video interview with Mike earlier on the channel. You should be able to find it. Talking about the situation, all the events preceding this in Guilford County, Rockingham County. And then we did a call in yesterday seeing if they would enforce the judge's order over state and federal law. And that's part of what's going on here. So everybody's showing up to see what's gonna happen, and they're a little late letting him in. The judge hasn't addressed the document on his desk to recuse himself or not. Judge Chris Freeman with Rockingham County, North Carolina. So just kind of waiting out here, talking to the cops, hanging out, sheriff's department. They're just sitting here in their armor doing their bailiff thing, and everybody's pretty pissed. And rightfully so. We have a blind veteran, Mike Nelson, sustained 8 blast wounds to the head, gone blind for the country, fighting overseas. At least this is what we're told, that it's, fighting for our freedoms out here in the United States. And we like to see more freedom and less secret courts, because the courts weren't always secret. And it's sad. There's some states that are reversing that and allowing the First Amendment to actually exist or be upheld in some of these cases. And it obviously makes the court environment different, but also more accountable to the people who supposedly, these are laws that the people have set in place and have consented to. But you could hear on our phone call yesterday, the 30-minute video, we talked around 10 minutes and 40 seconds in, talked to bailiff sergeant, and they told us straight up on the phone that they're not going to be enforcing the North Carolina law or the federal law, but the judge's order, which makes sense. That's who they get paid by. They're not accountable. I mean, this is a sad thing in our current justice system. It's not accountable enough to the people, and we like to see that change. So it's part of what we're doing out here this morning. Rockingham is trying to help support that change. If you'd like to too, keep following along. This, cop interactions isn't the main bulk of what we're trying to do on the channel. We're trying to put out content that helps people learn how to live a more independent and free life, whether that's health freedom, financial freedom, or liberty, which is freedom from government. And we'd like to see a freer world. And our Breathe Free thing is from the quote on the Statue of Liberty, the poem The Great Colossus by Emma Lazarus. And there's a line that says, "Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free." It's sad we're still yearning to breathe free. And it's a struggle. You have to keep fighting for it. The founders talked about this. Jefferson talked about things being paid for in the blood of tyrants. And but we'd like to see a nonviolent, peaceful solution, because we believe in these values that we espouse of nonviolence and ethics, and we'd like to see a more ethical world. Mike doesn't even. Well, that's a whole nother story, but Mike's a very peaceful guy these days. Once upon a time, as serving a Green Beret in the U.S. Army, he was not. But now he never even wants to kill another person again, even in self-defense or defense of others in most cases. He's a very pacifistic, nonviolent guy. And his service changed him, obviously, made him blind. So anyway, back to the scene in front of here.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. That I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation.
By the way, that's Mike in the freedom hat, the sunglasses on, and the selfie stick.
Well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I have about to enter. So help me God.
That was
So, your oath, the very first thing you swore to defend is the Constitution. So what is y'all excuse now?
not to file an order.
The Constitution says he has equal rights to this facility with his assistive devices, whether the judge says so or not. That is the supreme law of the land. Y'all have messed up severely. You could lose your house. He could lose his house. The little boy y'all brought out could lose his house.
Because we all know that oath, if I got
Sorry,
one-
Article 1, Section 1 of
The North
what?
Carolina Constitution talks about, it's basically the preamble in the U.S. Constitution about all men are created equal. It's codified in the North Carolina Constitution, Article 1, Section 1, about everybody is equal and free, have equal rights. Not here.
Be nice if they had a section about no secret courts in the
They have
state,
that.
in the state constitution.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There's actually in these, there's a section, you can ask Mrs. Justice to put it in somebody's chat, but she's got it pulled up somewhere. I copied it and pasted it in before the other day, but it's basically the codification of the First Amendment in the state constitution, where it talks about the right to protest, the right to freedom of speech. And then it also says that the people are to instruct the legislators.
And don't tell me you
And-
pay taxes too, because you pay taxes
sorry.
off my money.
And then
Yeah,
it says that secret
we
political
pay taxes too.
groups and societies are
Yeah, they pay
an
taxes
affront
off our
to
money.
freedom and
So
justice
now
and cannot be
welfare
tolerated,
checks.
will not be tolerated.
Welfare recipients.
Paraphrasing, but that's basically what that one says.
Huh.
So you can uphold it.
He want to hold it, he's not. They're not.
Fox
Oh,
News is gonna eat this up.
Carolina Auditor,
Yes. Oh, well.
for
Carolina.
see if Mrs. Justice will post. There's a
Yeah, just
Article
gonna
1,
be on
Section 1
news.
of the North Carolina
And y'all's faces will be right up on it. The Nazi oath breakers. Not standing up for the Constitution. So y'all just spit all my forefathers' faces.
Hey, they gotta eat, you know. They
Yeah.
They could get
That's no
stay
excuse
away,
if they can go work at another place.
Oh, okay. Well, then they gotta eat and kind of get hero worship.
Yeah, I don't get that. They ain't my heroes.
Well,
You are. You're the one who fought for us.
they get I'm definitely not a hero, but they get hero worship from all kinds of people locally.
Yeah, I can't stand that stuff.
So,
You see on
so
the
it's I don't know if
signs,
it's the pay and keeping food in their belly, or if it's the hero worship that
there
teach
ain't no
the order
hero
follower.
worship here.
I bet you with the benefits and all, they are literally making
both.
about $100,000
If I meet a
And the
veteran
job.
on the street-
$100,000 a year.
Yeah, if
Steal
you
from
You gotta like the job.
If I meet a veteran on the
necessarily.
street, homeless,
No, not
he's more
necessarily.
my
but-
hero into these.
if you think it's your duty, then that supersedes your actually liking what you're doing.
Hopefully
You're doing something for a greater cause.
I never liked it when people thank me for
I
my
doubt it.
service. It always made me
Because
uncomfortable,
it's
honestly.
already been proven that there's,
So they're getting
judges
paid,
retired.
you know, there's a lot of benefits to what they're
If I'm not
doing, you know.
mistaken, isn't this the judge is related to one of the people who was snatching your signs?
I don't know. We haven't proven that yet.
Okay.
Well, I did hear on one of the videos that they was messing with so-and-so's boy. That's the judge's nephew.
Yeah, something like that.
Yes.
But I don't know if it's this judge.
Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'll take that.
Google tried to talk to me earlier too during my live stream.
I don't know who it was. It didn't pop up. It's his private number.
Probably an auditor.
So you
one
guys,
of
you
the-
guys
just
saw me
troll.
like try to get
Football
entrance, right?
troll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys see me actually try to open the door, and they
Yes.
physically.
Yeah, with your
Yeah,
with your
I got
assistive devices.
Y'all
Yeah.
got that.
So
Ain't got the oath
I
breakers
did
over
not.
here.
I'm not choosing to stay out of the court. I still want and intend to go to my court and do the business of the court. These individuals here are preventing me equal access.
Here comes.
These assholes.
Yeah, here comes your judge.
Yeah.
So, can we step over here and have a chat?
Yeah.
All right. Have fun, guys.
There's the Nazi following behind.
Oh, sheriff's coming along. I got a alarm on my phone.
You had it back there.
Let's see how this goes. At least they're getting legal counsel.
Dumbass. He thought you could go up there. What gave you that right?
A little bit intense.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Yeah,
Seven.
all Nazis.
Well,
7 guns.
there's
all
Probably
Nazis.
14 because they're probably doubled up. For
They
unarmed
think they're gonna be
people.
a riot.
For
So the
unarmed
Nazis
people
had
with
to come out.
knowledge.
We peaceful people.
Knowledge.
Knowledge
You're
is what
scared of
killing y'all.
knowledge.
Scared of knowledge.
It's a threat to you.
What's the first thing in your oath that you swore to protect?
More tyrants. Look,
I
I'm gonna everybody out here is liable for a lawsuit now.
You know,
Every single one of you, including you, Smith, way back there trying to hide.
Here's another one
over
coming
here.
Yes,
you know,
What's the first thing in your oath?
hey, pal. I'm not sure I've been introduced. I'm Aaron. 43.
Kill Guardian.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
I heard you talking about the Constitution earlier. It was kind of interesting. Something I found interesting was that a lot of people don't know there was a Constitution in Germany right before the Nazi rise to power. Yeah, go ahead. The Nazi rise to power, and in communist Russia, in the Weimar Republic in Germany, guaranteeing religious freedoms and rights. 10 years later, they were killing Jews.
All y'all
You know what I mean? Like people.
to get educated.
Yeah. Yeah. Hi, I'm doing great. How you doing?
You actually trying to
Yeah.
trying to get educated?
Oh, I'm glad.
I'm talking.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a fucking asshole, ain't he?
Well, one at a time.
Well, get on with him.
Yeah, a lot of rude people.
So I'm still here intending to appear before the court. So I've been denied access. I'm here to do the business of the court, acting in good faith. If you want to arrest
Appreciate
me
you want
because
to
I'm
talk,
at
Mr.
court,
Peeves.
then that's on you. But I'm here to do the business of the court. I'm here to go to
Y'all see?
Wow.
Watch
Can
what
he
the
go in
Nazis
naked?
doing.
As an option?
Watch the Nazis.
Can he go in his, man?
So are you guys taking him into his court date, or?
The First oath.
Just arrested.
Protect our Constitution.
The biggest lawsuit y'all getting ready to have, guys.
All these people on the lawsuit.
But that's okay for Terry? An old fashioned
No, they're
white man? Aesthetic leg, you would have to leave it out here.
What if he was in the wheelchair? Shame on the Nazis.
Terrible.
Terrible.
I thought it was North Carolina, guys. It's not. It's not.
This is Nazi. Shame on y'all. Y'all broke those oaths. You're not protecting the Constitution. Shame on every one of you. Every one of you lost your immunity. Every one of you lost your immunity.
Well, I didn't hear all that, but it looks like Mike's been arrested. They took him into the court, so I think they might still try to bring him before the judge. They're going to try to find out what's going on here, let you guys know. Probably be a follow-up video with Mike interviewing him once he gets out. But we're going to hang around here a little bit longer live, kind of talk to people, see what's going on. Maybe talk to Corporal Gibbs, who wanted to speak, get educated on some things. Hope you guys are doing good. Live here, Rockingham County Courthouse, North Carolina. Nice day. Okay, 9:28 Eastern. Probably no one on the West Coast watching this. Maybe some early birds. Hey, how's it going?
Okay, so we got all
Man, that was pretty intense.
The whole world's gonna see it too.
That's pretty intense. So that, yeah, I feel you, man. Some people get really intense about this stuff. I've been around it for a while doing activism, but you know. Yeah, well, I was just telling him about the part that I found surprising is a lot of these regimes, fascist, communist. I was saying the thing that I found surprising is a lot of these regimes, communist, fascist, you know, and the Nazis. Before that, there was a constitution that guaranteed rights, like even religious freedoms under the Weimar Republic in Germany. And that's the funny thing that they're talking about and getting super intense. And it does change on a local level. The federal is the most dangerous, obviously. That's where the most things can come sweeping in, taking away people's gun rights, all that stuff. But like the local is also kind of like if people aren't standing up for, you know, what the law says, or like, you know, what people, you know, with some of these things, you know, for the smaller people. I kind of understand in Mike's case. I talked to the disability coordinator for the county some other time, and apparently this doesn't happen very often with most disability people. It's mostly he's like a special case because of his YouTubing and this and that, and they're all like, oh, fuck him, you know, or whatever. But
I don't know about that.
I don't know, but it just seems that way. But it's weird, and but it's interesting. Obviously, it's raising a hullabaloo. So are they taking him in to see the judge, or
They've arrested him.
oh, just for arrest? Okay,
They've arrested him.
great. Failure to appear. Well, I guess that'll happen. I guess we'll see what happens. I said, I guess we'll see what happens. Yeah, me too. A lot of us do. Not everybody, but most of us do. Mike does.
Yeah.
But anyway. All right, so that's confirmation. Fucking Mike's arrested.
He's a master.
Mike's arrested here, Rockingham County. He'll probably be posting his bail pretty soon. Hopefully he's not torturing his cell. You guys, anybody still watching, it's not quite over. We'd really appreciate a call in to the jail and the detention facility. I don't know if you heard our call in the video that we had up, but last time he was in his cell, they took a lot of things away from him that they're not supposed to. And there's no disability coordinator on staff to prevent any of that stuff or any torture. We even talked to the nurse, and she said, you know, that some of the things that were taken away before, that's not supposed to happen. And we'd really like some people holding them accountable. I'm going to drop in the description for this video when I'm done here. I might just type it in. The phone number for the detention facility, and you talk to booking, because I went to the nurses, we went to the medical staff, and we also talked to the administration, but you want to hit 1 for booking in the very beginning, and please just ask them about it. I'll drop some talking points and the state statutes and stuff, but just ask them, are they going to treat him fairly? Are they going to take away his sunglasses so that he, so that this is a common thing with people with blindness. People don't realize this, but they don't just wear the sunglasses for aesthetics or whatever. There's also like a lot of blind people. Some people are like 80, 90 to whatever percentage blind, but the light still affects and can give debilitating migraines in Mike's case. So yeah, hopefully he's not tortured in his cell. Last time they put him on suicide watch, which kind of made him fear for his life because he's not suicidal. So that's sometimes a precursor to fucking killing a guy. And we're hoping that doesn't happen here. We're hoping justice is served and to just have the law enforced, nothing crazy. And like I was saying with Corporal Gibbs, we're looking for a peaceful solution here and for the right ethical thing to be done. And we hope you guys are too. We'll drop the phone number in the comments. Really appreciate the call flood. If you want to follow some of what's going on in some other similar cases or just more ways to live free, please subscribe. Also, we have a call flood network where we are trying to call in for activists, but also just regular citizens under fire who are getting screwed over. We've seen people calling in and shedding attention and asking questions and showing that they're paying attention, completely reverse situations where thousands of calls have just dropped, hundreds of thousands of dollars in fines for property rights bullshit or whatever. So we're hoping more people standing up for our rights will help change and promote more freedom in the country. And if you want to be a part of that, I'll drop a link to the Facebook group for the Call Flood Network and the phone number for Mike. Please call in. Mike's like a brother to me. He's helped me a lot in my journey in activism, even when I was working for other activists. And he's like a brother and a bit of a mentor. I love the guy. And hopefully you can check out the interview and some of his own stuff. His channel is Blind Justice. Again, that's Blind Justice. Has about 33,000 subscribers, and they do some really good work. Anyway, take it easy, everybody. Have a good one. I'm gonna do a quick sweep of people real quick. Might as well, since I'm here.
There's another Nazi over there. Bye, Nazi.
A call for action.
Oh, so the other thing is we have a phone number for the detention facility. If people could call in and ask about if they're going to take away his assistive devices, because last time he was tortured in a cell in the Rockingham County, county jail.
Last time they threw him out in the street.
Yeah, well, exactly afterwards. But the nurse was saying that they don't need to take away his sunglasses or other things that also bring on debilitating migraines. And so hopefully we can get a call in to. I have it. I'm gonna, as soon as I end this, I can give it to everybody.
This is for the jail?
This is for the jail. Yes.
Yeah, because I got my phone
Detention
out
facility for Rockingham County.
Actually, legally, for a failure to appear, he was outside. What it was supposed to do was take him straight to the jail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not take him to jail. They're supposed to take.
That's why I asked the bail. That's why I asked if they did that, but they didn't.
No,
they're not
Not
gonna
if the
do
judge
that,
already
but-
stepped in.
Yeah.
Not if the judge already stepped in. The judge
Well,
could
no,
say.
his purpose is because he didn't appear. You can bring him before the judge.
Failure to appear. He wasn't in the courtroom when he was supposed to be.
Well,
So
that's
the
not
judge
his
said,
fault,
go get him. And that's putting a bench warrant out on him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
but
was
the
their
bench
fault,
warrant
though.
literally states that
He
you're
was
supposed to bring him
scared.
before the magistrate.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If you actually read.
Well, maybe you'll see him the next morning. I don't know. Or not at all. They don't give a fuck.
The Nazi judge, everybody teach them something. Just teach them a lesson, something. But what they don't realize, by holding justice, he's getting more money.
I guess.
He's getting more money.
Well, they're also
He's
no.
in there, he's getting paid.
Well, not if they torture or kill him. Not if they torture or kill him. So we'll see what happens.
Last time they left him out in the damn rain on the sidewalk.
Hey, I'd like to make a FOIA request. I want that judge's order says he can't bring in his assistive devices.
Unconscious in the rain on a sidewalk, and somebody else.
That's
found
true.
his body.
Yeah, when they released him, they just fucking dumped him in the
None of that
street,
match now.
and EMTs picked him up. There's an EMT report, and that's where they hospitalized him afterwards. I'm laughing, but it's fucked up. It's just, he was targeted because he's done activism in the county, and puts too many videos up, you know, that hold people accountable and asks questions and doesn't back down when he's legally correct, and he's not committing any crimes. He's not hurting anybody. He's not causing, you know, yelling. He's always respectful. I've never heard him curse someone out or name call or anything, even while he's being arrested. That surprised me. While he's being fucked up with it, and he has back and head and neck injuries and knee, and they're bending him like a pretzel. No cursing, no disrespect. The man is a true gentleman. Actually, he's a bit intense, and he's an asshole in other ways. But he's been an absolute respectful all the way, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much. So I can see why some of these people are this angry, but I don't like going some of that route. But anyway, so that's all for you guys. I'll drop the phone number pretty soon. Take it easy. Breathe free.